Right now, President Joe Biden is meeting with a group of 10 Republican senators. On the table, a new GOP alternative stimulus plan, which includes $1,000 checks. But there is a huge gap over how much President Biden wants to spend and what Republicans have in mind. Our Tom FITZGERALD is at the White House. And Fitz, break this down. How far apart are they on this?
Sarah, this would be like trying to build a bridge over an ocean. For example, let's just look at stimulus checks. The Biden administration is proposing $1,400 checks for most Americans. Now, what the Republican plan calls for is 1,000 checks, but only for individuals making under $50,000 and families making under $100,000. The White House said today they want this to be bipartisan. They want some Republican support. But Fox 5 spoke to some Republicans who said this comes just too soon after the last stimulus and it costs too much.
There is urgency. This is what the president is spending his time on, as evidenced by the meeting later today, and what the majority of our senior team is focused on at this moment. But there is still time to make changes, to continue to have a discussion.
I don't see any rush to go out and again, a $1.9 trillion bill that the Democrats are suggesting. I don't think that's fiscally prudent. I don't think that's what we ought to do. And I'm thankful that the Senate Republicans are getting together and saying, let's take a much closer look at this.
Now, the gap here is not small. The Biden administration wants $1.9 trillion. The Republicans are proposing $600 billion. That's a $1.3 trillion gap. Now, on unemployment, the Biden team, they want $400 a month through September, but the Republicans are only calling for $300 a month through June. And when it comes to school, the Biden proposal is for $130 billion. The Republicans want $20 billion. During these discussions today, Fox 5 heard from local leaders, lawmakers. They say without more stimulus, local governments in the DMV are going to face some very serious financial choices.
Well, our local governments have really been decimated by the COVID crisis. And, they've seen tax revenues decline, and they're really in need of a lot of assistance, especially here in Northern Virginia, where our localities have to pick up a lot of the tab for the school system.
President Biden spoke with the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the Senate Leader Chuck Schumer. They are getting pressure from their own Democrats to go it alone without any Republicans. Sarah, some of the votes that start this process could start as early as this week.
All right, Tom FITZGERALD live on the near the Hill for us. Thank you so much.